par l'IA, c'est par ces puissantes nouvelles technologies que l'espoir se trouve. Aujourd'hui, on a la chance d'avoir chez nous Boris Lecker, Michel Zettrin et Guillaume Cécile.
The common pattern of Carrefour and Cloudflare is really innovation.
Ça, c'est ma première fois à l'ESC, c'est à Monaco, so very happy to be here. I'm Michelle Zatlin, I'm the president of Cloudflare, and we started about 13 years ago. We help organizations around the world with their cybersecurity, connectivity, and build needs.
Hello everyone, I'm Guillaume. I'm the SecOps manager at Carrefour. I have the responsibility of the cybersecurity tool for Carrefour.
I'm curious to understand more how AI is changing your business and companies in general that we are seeing. Maybe Guillaume, you can share your view on that.
The first AI program we deploy is a program for customers to prepare the basket list on the e-commerce website. And the second part, we change an AI for the supply chain to optimize the supply chain.
So the first is actually cybersecurity protection is a really good use case for AI. So we use a lot of AI in our cybersecurity products to help protect our customers. Yesterday, we stopped 140 billion cyber attacks on behalf of our customers. Improving your customer's experience, we want to help enable that. And so Cloudflare, we run a global network, and within the global network, we've put GPUs at the edge of the network.
The first point is to work, AI needs to be fed by data.
It's interesting when the topic of AI comes up, there are some organizations like Carrefour that are really leaning in and innovative and experimenting and using it in a lot of different ways. And I would say that you are like way ahead of the curve. They're using it, they've thought through a lot of the data side of it. And you know, what's interesting at Cloudflare, we build this connectivity cloud, and that's one of the services we offer is this ability for organizations to say, hey, I want a way to make sure that none of my sensitive data is going in.
Really interesting. I was reading that 42% of employees have already used AI, and out of that, 2/3 have not informed their manager or directors. And
we are going to control the background of the AI, the hardware. We monitor everything in Carrefour of the AI. What is the request? What is the answer? And we check if there is some drift or there is some mistake. The file that is put inside the AI every day to refresh this data have changed the format. There is a prompt, there is a question, I don't know where, but there is one question, then the AI will say, I display the data for you.
We see attacks getting larger, and that's scary if you're an organization. The good news, I think the technology is a lot better today. Networking teams, security teams, and IT teams.
We're talking about consolidation. Do you see, Guillaume, as well, consolidation in your solution in the organization within Carrefour as well? Network, security, and IT in general?
Of course. When we start working with Cloudflare, the goal was to reduce the number of tools we have and to not chain all the tools, but have only one tool, and to say everyone, every team that is involved in this process have the same tools and the same dashboarding and the same metrics. And everything is unified and everything is talking about the same thing. That is the main goal when we start working with Cloudflare.
Transformation comes with obstacles and people who are not always embracing transformation. What would be your advice to the CISOs here in terms of dealing with obstacles, helping convince their boards on making this transformation and not waiting to transform? What would be your advice, both of you?
The first point is what you say. AI is used by employee, even if they have the accordance with management or not. And we say, okay, AI is authorized. You can use AI in Carrefour, no problem. But public AI without any sensitive data. And if you don't know if it's sensitive data, maybe it is, and come to us, we will check.
In those cases, it's really helpful if you talk about risk.
Innovation is moving so fast. What is your advice to this room on how do you stay up to date with the latest technology, latest innovation, Guillaume?
If you miss the train right now, it will be very, very difficult to go back into the train in the future. AI will be everywhere in a few years. Then if you don't know exactly what happened, if you don't know exactly what is done with AI, it will be very, very difficult for our job to do something right.
You know, I think I couldn't agree more, where it's if you just start learning and you start kind of getting, even if you don't know a lot, you read the article, you come to a conversation like this, you're like, oh, I learned a little bit more. And next time you just kind of keep following. And I actually think that's why conferences like Les Assis are so important, because it brings people together to be able to talk about what's new, what are you doing, what worked, what didn't work. And so I think sharing examples is really helpful. And then coming to conferences like this is super important.